Hello, this is Sifu Freddie Lee, and I'm here to ask for your help to help this Kung Fu school survive. Um, this is my opportunity to see, to give the people the opportunity to see if they can help me. You know, um, the school has been struggling, and the pandemic, I didn't anticipate it to last this long. When it first happened, I thought, okay, not a big deal. 2, 3 months, it'll be okay. 6 months later, still going on, and now we're going like over 2 years, and we lost a lot of students through the pandemic. And right now, things have opened up a little bit to come back to normal, but it's still a struggle to get students back in. And um, the rising inflation prices, and with the rising gas prices, um, people losing their jobs, you know, kung fu, martial arts, it's seen as a luxury. People that don't have money or don't have jobs, you know, they're not going to be paying for luxuries. They're going to be paying for basic survival. So um, it's a difficult time. And I don't have that many students, and I've been running the school for like 12 years, and there's no night classes, like not even one night class. And I've been in for 12 years. Like, how does that make sense? And um, the morning classes, there's the only class we really have is Saturday, where there's more than 4 students. Um, all the other classes, there's like 1 or 2. That's it. And we can't survive on that, and I'm so thankful for YouTube and the YouTube community, and it really helped me get to where I'm at. YouTube for the last 4 years, or for 4 years, it just it blew up for a certain period, and we were doing really well because of the YouTube, but it has been decreasing ever since. And then for the last about 6 months, the income coming from the YouTube is the lowest that it's ever been, and it's quite a concern, because without the YouTube, like at its current state where the school is, it just it, it doesn't seem like there's much of a future. In order to have a future, you need like paying students, and there's just not enough students to support the school. And it makes less sense to even be open when you have not many people to teach. you know I thought my motivation to train would just always be there, um, but it makes less sense as time goes by, creating all these forums to teach, but then there's no one to teach. And um, it's just not easy. It really isn't. um, Even seeing like some of my family members lose their motivation, you know it it all affects me. So right now, I only have 3 students that's been with me for 5 years or longer. And how could you have a martial arts school with just 3 students? I do have some fitness clients that I train one-on-one, but they're not a part of the martial arts group. But it's the martial arts group, the kung fu group, that is the one that's really struggling. And businesses are all around my school have been shutting down, and there's really like no business activity around my school. And there's a lot of loitering going outside by my school, um, and a lot of criminal activity by the school, and just even gang activity. There's shootings and um, carjackings and thefts and all these negative things happening around my school, and it's and even directly in front of my school, that it's scaring customers away, and that makes it even more difficult. I'm committed to the community. I'm committed to staying and trying to contribute something positive to the neighborhood and to the community for the children and everything. But without paying students, you know, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I have money saved, but dipping into savings or selling my jewelry or selling my cars, it's not solving the problem. It's like getting shot and then using a band-aid to cover up the shot wound. You got to stop the bleeding. The bleeding is I don't have enough students to really keep this thing going. I need paying students, or I need money contributions um, through donations and things like that. Um, as you run a martial arts school for 12 years, you see the difficulties you encounter, and it's not easy. That's why you don't see that many kung fu schools around, like literally like almost none, um, because it's hard to survive. When it comes to fitness, you got all these big box gyms that you're competing against. You know, we got Export in the area. We got Planet Fitness all over the place for like $10 a month. You got um, LA Fitness. LA Fitness there's one like right down the block from us, and people typically would just go to these big gyms and pay a low monthly rate. But for me, um, it's hard to compete with these big gyms, and a lot of people, when they think about kung fu martial arts, they just like it's like they're not interested. So it's a very tough business and industry to become a part of, and it's a struggle. So um, there has to be a new method, a new approach to make this thing work. One thing that I would say is the line dances have picked up a lot. There's been people calling me for performances every so often, but these things don't happen on a consistent basis. You don't know when it's gonna happen. You might have one a year, or none, or you might have 5 in a year, or more. But there's no consistency, and without consistency, there can't be survival. Because every single month that goes by, I need to pay rent where my kung fu school is, and with these inconsistent performances, it's just you can't survive on that alone. So the YouTube community has really helped get the school to where it is currently, and I'm very thankful to YouTube community and to God for allowing this to happen. But this is a new way to help, because normally YouTube pays very well for the videos that I post, but as of late, the last 6 months, not at all. To the point where I do need to set up a GoFundMe page, to ask for some help. So any contribution you make is greatly appreciated, just to help the school grow, and I want to also open up the comment section and get that thing flowing. Um, but in order to protect my mental health, I try not to get too involved because the negativity, it's damaging to the psychology. And as you notice, even in the NBA, you know, there's fans, saying some negative things to these players, and it's affecting them, and then you know, they argue back, or they try to fight back, or stand up for themselves and not be disrespected, and these are people getting paid millions, and they don't like it. So with somebody like me, I'm clearly not making millions. I'm not gonna like it either. But I understand, some people, they want to share their thoughts and part of their energy, and I encourage positive energy to be shared. Um, but I appreciate any contributions, and if you don't have any money to contribute, then please continue to support the videos, and watch the ads and click the like and all those things like that. If you haven't already, maybe leave a positive review on Google or something like that. It's just anything that you could do can help. But I really want this school to not just survive, but I want it to grow, and I want it to grow to success. And you can't grow without support. So just asking people for some support. Anything that you could do, so we could finally, we could grow. You know, beyond just merely surviving. I wish for Kung Fu, to reach out to more people and affect their lives in a positive way. So, I thank everybody out there for your attention, for your support. Thank you.